situation. I'll make a small note that as women, we're too selfish, too self-centered, and too entitled to be able to consider morals, to consider values, to consider making a choice in marriage based on integrity, because we don't want to hold ourselves accountable. All we can think of is ourselves, our entitlement to our own happiness, what is going to serve us in a selfish way. We want to do what we want to do. In my experience,
If these are Karyn's genuine thoughts, she suffers from such low self esteem that it has turned into an inferiority and superiority complex where she can't fathom a woman being better than her, although she knows they're out there. She knows there's women with morals and values. She knows this. She knows women are, for the most part, responsible mostly for instilling morals and values in children. And as we can all agree, that society seems to be on a downward trajectory in a lot of ways right now. We cannot make it any better by pointing the finger at half of the human race. And let's be real. If we were going to, like, who has caused the most harm and detriment to humankind? Like, is it men or women? Like, we all know who's more emotionally intelligent, and it's like that from birth, like as babies, as toddlers, as children, as teenagers, as adults. Women are more mature mentally on average than men. Now, I wouldn't say like all women are this way, all men are that way. I don't believe in generalizing. It doesn't help anything unless you want to remain a stagnated person like her audience members do. They want the validation of being told that they are right, the woman is always wrong. And for Karyn to do this to get money, basically, she knows that she is following a certain guideline and is going to say the same things about women not taking accountability. But it works because it is genuine enough, because she does have this superiority complex that comes from a place of feeling inferior, where she is going to say that in essence she's, with the men on their side, they're all better than all the other women, because she knows deep down inside that she is a horribly selfish person who at the age of 30 was lying to therapists about abuse that she says now did not happen from her parents. Like, that just says a lot about her, and I hope for her sake that everything she says is true and things have gotten better and better since then. But she has said a few things in some shorts that she's made, like her husband got hours cut at work and she had to go in a closet and cool off because it made her irate. And it was very interesting because at that time she had already gotten quite a lot of subscribers, a good 40 or 50,000, I believe, on YouTube, and she had good views and it was monetized. And in this live, somebody asked, why doesn't your mentor have a YouTube channel? And she said, well, he decided to invest in me. So I just think all these dynamics are really interesting. And in my opinion, supposedly, allegedly, it's a cult, basically. It's these cult-like beliefs. You're like believing with a religious fervor in things that just soothe you and make you feel better and are these answers to life. Is so much easier to just have somebody tell you, hey, it's all their fault. And meanwhile, she says that women are the ones who are in camp victim. Her whole audience are in camp victim.
of working with good men over the years who have been in a situation where their wife is contemplating divorce, or their wife wants a separation, or she has initiated a divorce, it is astonishing the lack of self-awareness we can have as women to be able to put our husbands first, to be able to put our children first, to think of the family and what the consequences are going to be.
Okay, so we all know, once again, if we're going to generalize and make it about men or women, who's the selfish ones, who puts kids first? It's just, I don't want to be a man basher myself, because I don't believe all men are bad. I don't believe all women are bad. I don't believe all women are good and all men are good. But her content matter leads to people saying goofy ass comments like this. I'm sorry, but this is so funny. Somebody who lives and breathes the same air as you and I said this. Why do wives feel responsible for a child, responsible for a pet, but not responsible for their husbands? This is how emotionally stagnated these people are. They think that their wives need to treat them like a pet or a baby. When I read that to my husband, he laughed. He got the joke right away. And I am sincerely sorry if I'm like hurting anybody's feelings, if for some reason this commenter happens to see this. But you also kind of need a reality check. No, your wife is not supposed to treat you as the pet or the baby. And the fact that you think on the pecking order that's the way that things should be, and you might have a dead bedroom, that's why. I'm telling you, your wife doesn't want to be intimate with her baby or a pet, and I hope not. And This kind of mentality is rampant in our comment section. It can be kind of funny. It's also very sad. It's sincerely sad. I don't like people being in bad situations, but I wonder if somebody like this, it just, my first thought is, I bet he has like a decent life, a job, some cars, a house. I bet this person has a life and they're a functioning member of society. If I don't know where they got this, was part of the plot that your wife is supposed to treat you like a pet or a baby, but here we are, and this is the kind of hurt egos, stagnated mental emotional state people at Karyn sites is catering to.